Hi, folks. I'm sending out a little video here just to get you guys understanding what your son or daughter is about to embark in. And I apologize that I'm sitting in my truck here, but I'm at my daughter's dance practice and I thought I'd actually get some work done. So here we are. First of all, if you didn't know, your son or daughter has been enrolled in the driver ed course for the summer session. I have both Redland and Cedar Cliff students in this section. So if you don't know me, I am a teacher at Redland. I've been teaching the driver ed program there for quite a while now. I also teach some of the health and phys ed courses there as well. I want to take a little bit of time here, and I tend to ramble on, and I'll try not to, but just to talk a little bit about the course and some of the things that might come up along the way. So first of all, the course is done entirely online using the Schoology platform. So by now, students are pretty familiar with Schoology, at least they should be. I don't know how familiar most of you are with that. So one of the things I always recommend, especially here in the summer session, is that if you do not have a Schoology account, I would highly recommend signing up for that. If you wanted to do that, I'll show you the website you can go to. So if you go to our main district website and you come over here to where it says parents and click on that, as you come down here in the middle, there's the Schoology page. It talks all about how you can sign up. One of the reasons I really emphasize that is we will not be using PowerSchool at all. So I think most of you are pretty used to just using PowerSchool to check grades. Even if people are really using Schoology a lot, or teachers are using Schoology, they have to update their grades to PowerSchool. In the summer session, we don't do that. So all the grading is done on Schoology. And that's something that even students aren't really used to checking. I'll be talking to them a little bit more. I actually already mentioned that in a video here for those students who've gotten started. By the way, I've had quite a handful of students already started. So if they haven't, you're not behind or anything like that. We're just getting started. So the course here, it looks a little bit different for students than it does for what mine looks like. Students are going to be completing all of these things in order. So the only thing they'll be able to click on when they first access the course is where it says click here to get started. Right, inside there, there's just a video of me showing them a little bit more about the course. If you want to see a little bit more, you're more than welcome to click in there and watch the video I have. All right, after that, we have quite a few modules. The first one that's called Introductory Work, it talks all about how to take an online course. Most students aren't used to it. Um, if they haven't taken an online course before, there's quite a bit of information in there that's pretty relevant to what they need to do to be successful in the course. Again, when they click in here, the only thing that's going to be available to them is this first thing. They're going to click there, they'll go down through it, and they'll do whatever they need to do. And then they'd go and do this folder, and then this folder, and so on and so forth. Got to go back out here, and then we're going to look at the actual kind of meat of the course. There's some resources here. These resources are just as much for you as well. So the driver's manual's there. They no longer print the driver's manual. If you want to print it off yourself, it's like 150 pages. Go for it. Unfortunately, it's mainly just digital copy that most people are using. The application, the parent consent form, and all these other items are here for your perusal. This website right here has a lot of information from PennDOT. One of the greatest things PennDOT has put together is this. It talks all about how to get a license, permit, all that good stuff. So that's available if you want to take a look at it. Once we get started in the course, we have 9 main modules that they'll be going through. Again, they start at the beginning and they work their way through. We talk all about the basics of becoming a driver. Then we start to slowly talk about the driving process. When we get into the kind of back end of the course here, it's much more specific about actually driving and certain things that they might encounter. All right, so those are the main items. I'm not going to go into each of these, but I am going to open up just the first module here. Most of the modules are set up the same way. The introduction kind of talks about some of the key objectives that students should be meeting or learning. And then we get into the course itself. So this is a assignment where there's going to be a video. Within that video here, I'm going to try to get my face out of the way here just a little. There we go. Within this video, they're going to watch it, and then they answer these 4 questions. And most of them are used to submitting an assignment in Schoology, so it's not that big of a deal. Once we move on from there, there's going to be a few other items that are here as well. This is just a video that talks about a graduated licensing system. That just means you go from having a permit to a license. Some of the things that are kind of held over that as you have your junior license instead of your senior license. This is a site that talks all about becoming licensed in PA. And then these little guys here called Ed Puzzles. You may have seen them before. It's a video. As the video progresses, it'll stop and ask questions. Students answer them along the way. It is a graded assignment. At the end of each module, there is a assessment, quiz, test, whatever you want to call it, where there must be a minimum score reached. All right. We have set it so that it's an 80%. So for this assignment or assessment here in Module 1, there's 15 questions. Students have to get at least 12 correct to be able to move on to the next module. If they don't reach that, they may retake it. If they're struggling and they're retaking, probably would be a good idea to go back into the course here and look over some of these items a little bit more in depth. If you have a perfectionist amongst you and they have to get 100%, whatever score is the highest is what will be recorded in the grade book. So if they have to take it twice to get that 100%, then that's what they would do. Once that score is reached, they would come back out here to the main part of the course. Module 2 would open up for them, and they just keep going on and on from there. All right, we do at the halfway point have some extra credit. It is not required at all. If students want to do it, they can. All the extra credit assignments are meant to kind of give a little bit more detailed look at some of the things that happen while driving, such as how to jump a battery, maybe how to, I forget what all we put in here, how to change a tire. Sorry, took me a while. Anyway, the second half of the course goes on, and then there's one more chance for some extra credit. All right. The entire course in the summer now is going to be due by July 26th. It has to be done by then. All right. At 11:59 p.m. on July 26th, the course will shut down. Any missing assignments will be recorded as a 0. I don't want to have that happen. The summer is a great time to take this course. If they take it during the school year, it's on top of their course load already. So they get it done in the summer here, and then they can just enjoy their sophomore, maybe junior year as they're moving on here. Right. To check grades, I should have mentioned this earlier. Mine, again, looks a little bit different, but to check grades on the left side of the screen over here, it will just say grades. Click on there, and you'll see all the grades that they've had so far. All right. If you have questions, please email me. I'm pretty good at returning emails within a couple hours usually. Obviously not in the middle of the night, but I will definitely not go more than a day usually. I will warn you this. I will be traveling from June 15th for 12 days to the 27th. I'll be in Europe taking my computer. We'll be grading, doing all those things, but when we're on a flight or whatever, I may have a little bit of an interruption to my typical email service and grading and things like that. Again, if you have questions, let me know. I hope your son or daughter really starts to get into this course. They can start immediately. I recommend they get it done as quickly as they want. Again, there is no set time limit. They could finish this all in a couple days if they really wanted to put forth a lot of effort. I hope that helps you a little bit. If you, again, need me, send me an email and I'll get in touch. Take care.